This is my 2014 Trail Edition 4runner 3-inch lift, 20 by 9-inch BMF. I forgot the name of the wheels. I think they're the BMF Fight with 33-inch Nitto mud grapplers or trail grapplers. Yeah, the trail grapplers. I'm making this video to show everybody how to pull out the factory head unit, just because I couldn't find anything, so I figured I'd just tackle it on my own. If you'll notice here, I pulled out the center console. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be installing a JL Audio clean sweep. I already ordered it. I haven't received it yet. Today I'm just going to be tapping into the wires and getting them all ready to run underneath the seat right here, and that's where I'll have the clean sweep hooked up, and I'll run the wires down here through this tunnel where the shifter and everything is. So you don't necessarily have to take off the center console unless you want to run your wiring through there or whatever. To get at the radio, what I had to do, well, I started with the whole center console, but all you'll have to do if you're just wanting to pull the radio out, this whole AC panel right here, it pops out. See, it has 4 clips, one on each corner and then 2 almost at the bottom. So if you get this out, just this AC panel, you'll be able to get at these bolts right here. And I already pulled the bolts off, but it's going to be 4 bolts right here. And those bolts, you pull them out, and that releases the radio. See, I could pull it out. There's probably just some clips on top. I just haven't pulled it out yet. I'm going to wait till I stop recording and do it with both hands so I don't scratch anything. But, I mean, that's going to be pretty much it. As long as you can get that AC control out without scratching anything, that frees up those 4 little bolts on the bottom that attach the radio. And as far as the center console, to pull that out, there were 2 bolts right here. If you open up the little center console compartment and take out the little, let me see if I can find that little piece. It's just like a little piece of felt that's at the bottom of the console. But if you can take that piece off, you'll see 2 little, they're 10mm bolts. Go ahead and pull those out. That loosens up the back. And then you have to take off this top piece, and it's just in there with clips. This is a little top piece that covers the shift area and the 4x4, if your vehicle's 4x4, the little boot, and the top of the 4x4 shifter just unscrews. So you can pull this off once that unclips. It's just on there with, let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 clips. So once you free that guy loose, there'll be 2 more bolts. One right here towards the front, and another right here towards the front. Those are 10mm as well. You can pull those off, and then there'll be 2 little screws up here. You can't see it because I've removed those pieces. But you pull those 2 little screws off, and there's some side panels over here on the side that just pop in. You pop them from the back. Let me get one so I can show you. There's one on the driver's side and one on the passenger side. But on the side closest to you is where the little clips are, and the other end just has a little pointer that kind of guides it into where it's supposed to be. So that's in there like that, and you'll just pop the back out and pull it out. Have to do that on both sides. The driver's side one's a little bit different, but the clips are in the same place. They're in the back, and you just pull it back once you pop out the clips. And then there's this another weird little trim piece. Sorry, I'm recording this on my phone, and I don't record stuff a lot, so I apologize if it's a bad recording. I think the piece is in the back, but I want to get you this little piece just to show you. I mean, it's common sense, but I don't know what I did with it. But there's a little piece that clips in right here, and you'll have to pull that piece off. I mean, it's pretty straightforward if you're careful with it. You can do it without scratching anything. Oh, here it is. This little piece goes with the arrow facing forward right there. There's other pieces underneath it, but I'm just putting that piece to show where it was. Trying to think what else. That's pretty much it. These pieces to come off, they cover the corners of the AC control. I was having a little trouble getting it to pull off, and the center console was released of all its points, but it was kind of here on the bottom. It was underneath this, so when I yanked the console back, it just popped both of them out. So that's how I did it. I mean, once the console was completely free from all the bolts and clips and everything, I just yanked it backwards and it popped these out for me. So that worked out pretty good. But yeah, so that's how you get to the radio in a 2014 4runner. I'm just making this video. Like I said, I was looking, I couldn't find anything. Maybe I'm just lazy and I gave up too quick. But I will post another video once I get the clean sweep in, and I'll find out which wires behind the radio are positive and negative. This one doesn't have the JBL sound system. It's just the regular, radio going to the speakers. Still don't know what amp I'm going with. I'd ordered a Hyphonics BRX 1200.4, but I ordered for my sub amp, I ordered the Hyphonics BRX 2000.1, and I got it, and it was, the stickers on the bottom were torn, and it just, that say that the warranty's void if they're torn. So I sent it back to the people, and it just seemed cheaply made. I had an Escalade, and I had it in there, and it was a 1200 pushing two 10-inch Solo Classics. I didn't install the amp. It sounded nice, but after receiving this one, it's made in China. It just seems like it's not a very quality product. So I don't know. I'm going to bite the bullet and spend a little extra money and go with the, either a Rockford Fosgate or a JL Audio, something for my mids and highs. And for the subs, I still don't know yet. I need to get online and start looking and seeing what's not going to break the bank, but it'll, be a good product. I haven't done a system in a long time. I used to do them when I was younger. I'm 34 years old now. I started paying people to do them, but it seems like, I don't know, they just weren't getting the job done to my standards. I mean, I had a 2010 Escalade, spent a couple $1,000s to get the system installed and hooked up and everything, and I just had all kinds of little issues with that. And then before that, I had a Tacoma that I, probably had $1,500 in the system that I had somebody else install, and it sounded like it just wasn't up to my standards. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this install a shot, do it my way, and see how it comes out. But like I said, as soon as I get that clean sweep in, and I'll show y'all which wires were positive and negative behind the head unit, and I'll post the process of this install. I'm not sure if I'm going to go with Dynamat in the doors and go all out, or just upgrade the sound a little bit. But right now I have a set of Focal Access 6.5 components that I'm going to be using in the front, and I had them in the Escalade. They sounded like crap, but I think it was just because of the way they hooked everything up, and they didn't do it right with the Bose system. I don't know, different people told me different things about how you're supposed to do that, and I don't care, because this doesn't have a premium system, so I don't have to mess with all that on this install. But yeah, I mean, I'll keep you guys updated and let you know how the build comes, and see what y'all think. Alright,